U.S. renewable energy advocates are asking consumers to pay for a major change in power production without knowing what that change will cost. Renewable energy promoters must prove that sustainable power is cost competitive with fossil fuel power for consumers to support the political, regulatory, and investment change necessary for financing a U.S. renewable energy power conversion. Cost uncertainty makes it difficult to obtain the long-term financing necessary to make sustainable power competitive with that generated by fossil fuel. The high installation cost of renewable energy makes investors uneasy about providing long-term, low-interest financing. Proving the long-term profit advantage of renewable energy over fossil fuel power production will convince investors that sustainably produced power yields competitive and secure financial rewards. Part of that proof is already available. The National Renewable Energy Lab's 2012 Renewable Electricity Futures Study concluded that a 40-year conversion to a U.S. 90% renewable energy powered economy is technologically feasible. An analysis based on the Futures Study and other Department of Energy and fossil fuel industry reports reveals that a renewable energy conversion costs about the same as maintaining a U.S. fossil fuel-based power system. Factor in the certain increase of fossil fuel costs over the next 40 years, and renewably produced power will cost less than fossil fuel-generated power. To provide the remaining proof, renewable energy advocates, in cooperation with existing utilities, must create implementation plans that show, 1, that renewable energy can reliably and continuously power the U.S. economy. 2, that renewable energy is at virtual cost parity with fossil fuel-produced power. Detailed planning will provide the necessary remaining proof to generate long-term, low-cost financing for a national renewable energy power conversion. Right now, there is no overall plan for converting the U.S. economy to one powered primarily by renewable energy. All renewable energy sectors, in partnership with existing transmission and distribution providers, must participate in planning for the replacement of the U.S. fossil fuel-based power system. Only with expertise spanning the nation's entire production system can consumers and investors find accurate answers to questions like these. What is the most cost-effective balance between distributed and centralized renewable energy power production? What is the most cost-effective balance of local, regional, and national power sharing? And finally, what is the most cost-effective combination of renewable energy types? The most cost-effective plan for conversion can be determined once these questions are answered. With the optimum plan in hand, objective cost-benefit comparisons can be made between a national sustainable energy power conversion or continuing a U.S. power system based primarily on fossil fuel. Creating a fully engineered renewable conversion plan is a huge undertaking. It will require designing options of various renewable energy production, storage, and delivery methods on a national, regional, and local scale. The plan will require major funding for the huge amount of expert hours necessary to create option comparisons and final plan creation. The plan is necessary, however, if renewable energy advocates want to build the financial and political support consumers will provide once they are convinced of the financial benefits renewably sourced power provides. Alarm over the environmental impact of fossil fuel use is the primary argument for support of renewable energy conversion. Alarm is not enough. Renewable energy promoters and their supporters must prove that a renewable energy power conversion will benefit consumers financially as well as environmentally. Create the conversion plan, determine the costs, Use the plan to convince consumers that renewably produced power is at cost parity with fossil fuel over the long term, and the certainty required for necessary financing will occur. Once renewable energy promoters have consumer and financial support, political and special interest resistance to the conversion will melt away. To find out more information on how to help drive a national renewable energy conversion process, see the $6 trillion question white paper found at websd.davidleehousecom.webs.com/apps/documents, or contact David Lee House at dlhouse51@comcast.net.